Okay, so what is the Xstore platform or the X100? Well, it's an international platform where businessmen and regular people can invest in small companies. Let's go here. First time I'm doing this. All right, so this company can be compared to brands such as the Amazon, Facebook, Uber, Alibaba, and so on. And what these brands have got in common is that they don't really create anything by their own. It's just a platform where people are working. For example, the Facebook doesn't write any content themselves. It's the people that write it. The Amazon haven't got any storages. People send packages to and from each other. And the Uber taxi haven't got any cars by their own. It's private people that sign up. And so does the X100. They haven't got any own restaurants, but it's a platform where people can invest in different restaurant chains, different companies. The X100 has grown in less than 6 months to a $400 million industry. The brands we are working with right now is Sushi Master, the Chlibopolis, which is a bakery, the Mono Pizza, and the Chica's Ice. And more companies are joining into this platform for people to invest in. Let's continue here. The Xstore platform is created by Mr. Alex Yanovsky. He is a Russian businessman, which have over 30 years experience in European market. Svetlana, welcome to the presentation. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Alex Yanovsky, he's got over 30 years experience in the European market, American market, Russian market, and the Ukrainian market. He's founded a university which graduated over 25,000 students. Some of you out there have got your microphone turned on. Try to turn it off. Would be great. Thank you. Yeah, and so this university have been operating for over 10 years, and they have graduated over 25,000 students. And all of them believe that Mr. Alex Yanovsky is one of the greatest businessmen and greatest business tacticians all over the world. Now, the X100's primary product at the moment is the Sushi Master. It's a restaurant chain of 316 restaurants in 11 different countries. It's countries such as Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan. And it's also developed a market in the Eastern Europe, in countries such as Lithuania, Belarus, Poland, Ukraine, Hungary, Romania, and Turkey. There are 119 own restaurants from the Sushi Master, 105 management franchise, and 92 classical franchise. The development of the Sushi Master is very interesting. It's been very rapid. They had 4 restaurants at the year of 2014, and they have increased with more than double almost every year since. Last year we had 300 restaurants plus. That means that in less than 6 years we increased from 4 restaurants to 304. And this development is faster than, for example, what Starbucks had in their first years. The growth of the Sushi Master is planning to continue its rapid development, and this year they will open another 1,000 restaurants. The next year, we will be up to 3,500. In 2022, it will be 5,000 restaurants with $1.5 billion capitalization. Why sushi then? Well, according to the Food Delivery Club, sushi is the most popular home delivered food in Russia. Somebody again out there has their microphone turned on. Make sure to switch off your microphone, please. In the left corner, you got the button for the microphone. Thank you. So the sushi takes the position as the most popular delivered food. It's 21.8%, way more popular than, for example, pizza, barbecue, burgers, and traditional Russian cuisine. Another point to why we choose sushi is that if I would ask any one of you if you know any restaurant chain that sells hamburgers, of course you know McDonald's, Burger King, you know brands such as Starbucks or KFC or the Subway sandwich, because they are world famous brands. But if I ask you any big restaurant chain that sells sushi, you wouldn't be able to say anyone because there isn't any. Of course, there are chains that sell sushi, but not in the size of these brands. The Sushi Master intends to take that position in the world market. One popular question is, though, that how can we open so many restaurants and develop our business in the Corona pandemic times? When most of other restaurants have to close down, it's because the Sushi Master is focusing their business on delivery. And during this year, they increased their sales. That's very interesting. Now, coming to the investments, we got 3 different ways to invest. We got the option to buy a percentage of the turnover. You can franchise a restaurant, and you can buy company shares in the X100 platform. So we start up with the franchising to become a restaurant owner. The classical franchise is, maybe you all know it already, but you get the contract to be allowed to open a restaurant in the name of Sushi Master, and you have to do it all yourself. To find a location, to choose the place, etc., etc. But Mr. Alex Yanovsky found a different way to do it. He had the management franchise, and we'll do everything for you. And why is this? This is because by statistics, 97% of all new restaurants opened fails within a year. And then you wonder, what made those 3% make it in this business? Well, it's because they're managed by professionals that have experience in this industry and a depth of knowledge. Therefore, we do the management franchise, where Alex Yanovsky's handpicked team do everything for you. You invest at the minimum of 1/10 of the restaurant's cost, and Alex Yanovsky and his team will handle everything. They will find the location, they will handle the legal counseling, they will promote the restaurant and open the restaurant.
This is
Yeah, not me. Do you want to listen in English language? Oh, it's your money, $1,000.
Somebody got your microphone turned on? Please turn it off in the left corner. Thank you very much. So what do? Well, you can just lean back while Alex Yanovsky's handpicked team will manage your restaurant. you lean back with 100% control of observation. You can watch the life in the restaurant in reality time, and you can watch every purchase because every cashier has an online system. Now to the return here. The return will be 90 to 10%. So 90% of the profit is for you and 10% goes to the management team. And the minimum investment for a franchise is $10,000. The full price is $100,000. So it depends if you want to buy a full restaurant or half a restaurant or a franchise of 10th of it. Now, no business is free from any risk. So we got this option for you to insure your investment from at the cost of 10%. So for example, if you invest $10,000, you can guarantee your investment from another 1,000. They will say that if your restaurant would fail, you would be offered position in another restaurant with a profit margin of 10 to 80% annually. Now, to the next one, the next option of investments. It's to buy a percentage of the turnover in an already existing restaurant. In the market right now, we got restaurants working in the cities of Nadim and Surgut. Surgut, we got 6 restaurants. It's a big city in the central of Russia. Here you buy the percentage of a turnover. In Surgut, we got a turnover of 168 million rubles, and they sell out 5% of this one. And therefore, from this 5%, we invest and we will get the return. And it's a 20% return of your investment annually. And the minimum investment of this option is $100 with a 20% return. So we would say $20 per year. So for 5 years, you have returned your full investment, and it continues. We got some calculator here. The return of your investment will start the next day. If you invest today, by tomorrow you will have a refund. Let's say that you invested an amount of $1,000 US. You would have a $17 return per month. If you take $17 times 60 months, which is the amount of months in a year, in 5 years, you will round up to $1,000. So the return of your investment is for 5 years. Therefore, 20% annually. Now, as the return is day by day, you can choose to reinvest your profit. So let's say you invest $1,000 and you reinvest all the return. I mean, you do not touch the investments. Let's say for an amount of a length of time for 20 years here, you would have a monthly income of $866. If you would, for example, invest $1,000 with 100% reinvestment, an additional monthly investment of $100. That means $100 per each month. If you leave it at that for, let's say, 10 years, you got $700 coming in every month. If you leave it for 20 years, you get $5,900 monthly passive income. From investing $100 per month for 20 years, you would have nearly $6,000 in passive income. Let's take another example here. 10,000 would be just another zero. Let's look at the 5,000. The investment of $5,000 at the start with 100% reinvestment of the profit. We keep it for 10 years and you would have a monthly return of nearly $600. If you would add another 100 per month, let's say for 10 years, you have a passive income of $1,200 monthly. That's the calculation of that. Then coming to the third option of investment, it's to buy shares in the actual investment company, the X100. As we're speaking, there is more and more people investing in this company from all over the world, from Europe, from Malaysia, from Russia, from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, you name it, from New Zealand. And the company is growing rapidly. Like I said, we've gone from start to 400 million capitalization, closing into 500 million. And it's been in the time span of 6 months. Please turn off your microphone. Thank you very much. Now, the price of these shares is starting at, let's see here if I can move this one. Yeah. They started at $20 and after they made a small jump to $25 is here. And from every week, they increased by $1 at a time, $1 per week. But also the minimum amount of stocks that you have to buy also increase. So if we look here, the 16th of May, the price per one stock was $25 and the minimum amount was 10, which rounded up at $250 of a minimum investment in the shares of the X100. Now today we got $27 for one stock and the minimum amount is $20. It's 20 shares that you have to buy. And the minimum amount of investment is $540. And quite rapidly this increases. It's just $1 per week. But if you look from the beginning here, we had a $20 per stock. It was at the 9th of May. And if we go down to September, they've already doubled their value. That's a 100% increase in 5 months. And depending on your economy, I would advise to get in early in this investment. As if you look down at the August-September time span, we got a minimum investment of $2,800, $3,000. And all these investments will be handled through the All Unique Unicorn Alliance. And that's where I round up my presentation.